Hey guys, it's Troy here, back with another Mario Kart Wii DLC 2018 video. Courtesy of CTGP and all the amazing custom track creators, we have plenty of new tracks to play, and it wasn't even that long since I made the last one of these videos. There has already been 2 updates since the first one I made, Mario Kart Wii DLC, where we talked about all the new features CTGP had, as well as the new tracks that got added. Now, you've already seen a handful of them in my Road to 99 series, and I'm still going to go over them and just tell you what I think. So we're going to start things off with DS Shroom Ridge. Alright, starting off the May 29th update, we have DS Shroom Ridge, which is a actual recreation. It isn't just a quick update of the old Shroom Ridge that was in CTGP. This is actually entirely reconstructed, and it's got a lot of extra scenery to it. It kind of reminds me of what Nintendo does now with the retro courses. They don't just remake the tracks, they also remake all the scenery around the tracks, and this one's no different. Yeah, this is a sneaky course, and I'm really happy to see them remake this because the one that was in CTGP had a lot of bumpiness to it. I had no problem with it otherwise, it looked good, but the road was really bumpy, and this one is the opposite. This one is super silky smooth, and you know, I mean, it's got, you know, lots of added signs on the sides, which is what Nintendo likes to do, little advertisements to their own kind of world. You know, they're not like advertisements for real life companies. They actually have advertisements for like companies inside the world of the game. And then, whoops, there's like, you know, Flower Cup advertisements right here, because this was a Flower Cup course in Mario Kart DS, which is where this track originated from. There's some extra added stuff, like, you know, you can go up here, and then I believe you can get a trick off that. There's all these pillars on the sides, which is interesting, and the grass is an entirely different color, as it was in the original game and the original DS Shroom Ridge CTGP version. Something I wanted to show off real quick is the shortcut on the side, and I actually can use a bullet to use this, but there's a little bit of a path right there, so you can do that shortcut through the grass, the whole thing with 2 mushrooms. Pretty sure you needed 3 before in order to do it. And yeah, there's not too much more to talk about with this track. It was one of my favorites in Mario Kart DS because for some reason everyone had trouble with the cars on this course. It was a lot more difficult to drive than Mushroom Bridge, and I mastered the car routes, so I almost never hit the cars. So I was able to break away. And Mario Kart Wii's been no different. I generally do pretty well on this course. So I'll be picking this one a lot online. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Shroom Ridge. There's going to be a lot of courses in this update video, so you might want to go and get a snack or something, because it's going to be a long one. Can you do tricks on this? No. Can we do a trick on the end? Yes, we can. Okay, you want a mushroom for that though. You definitely need at least 2 mushrooms. Okay, here we go. Aqua Gem Stage. And this looks amazing from an aerial view. It's kind of like K1 Speed meets Wild Rivers or something like that, because, you know, it's racing inside a indoor water park, and indoor water parks are really cool. They often have them in places where it gets like really hot, or you know, like Texas I know has some of them. But yeah, so we should back up a little bit, because I know this one has changed a lot from the last time you saw it. So it's got like the prices over here, and with the tubes you can rent out, and then the Mario hat up top, that's a nice little Easter egg. And now Aqua Gem Racing on the side. There are 2 different routes you can take. We'll take both of them here because I just want to show off the track. So this first one is similar to how it used to be, and then once again we're presented with 2 different routes. So we'll take this way, and we'll do the left route next time. You often want to like combine them though to create the fastest route. And don't want to get hit by that. There's some lawn chairs over there, which is pretty funny. Some you know, for some poolside chairs or whatever. I don't even know what you call them. But yeah, so there's all these wacky water slides, and from there, I mean, the rest is pretty much the same as how it was. There wasn't too much added to the end of this course. It kind of feels like let's get back to the starting line, and that's okay. I mean, at least the ramps function really nicely, and it's not too bland. We'll take top route. Yeah, it's kind of, this entire track kind of has 2 different routes to it the entire time, which is interesting. So yeah, we're gonna go left, and in my opinion, this was a much needed upgrade from the last time we saw Aqua Gem Stage, because now it just it doesn't have any like major glaring weaknesses to it. I mean, I really have no complaints about it. You know what? There's one thing I would still change. It's right here. Well, that worked out fine, but like if you fall right here and you hit this wall, you still have to back up and go around. But it is much better than it used to be. If you guys remember how it used to be like a literal game over if that happened. You'd have to back up, turn around, do an entire turn, and then you'd be good to go. So these waterfalls are hilarious. The red one literally makes no sense. Like that just doesn't work, but I love it. And yeah, I mean, you know, we're just gonna jump forward a bit until we get to lap 3. Because actually, you know what? There's still some parts at the end of lap 2 I can show you guys that are different from what we showed on last lap. But yeah, I mean, Aqua Gem Stage was one of those tracks that like it was never a bad track, but like it was such a cool idea that it had a lot of potential, and I'm glad that Spy Kid remade this because it looks a lot better now. Like I would put this in the top 50 courses based on some of his upgrades, which is really awesome. So yeah, that was the other route. You know what? I'll try to do the shortcut. I mean, like no promises here. It's kind of hard, but what you want to do now is you want to like go off here and then wheelie. Oh, and then you want to land down there and you cut this turn off. So if you remember, the old Aqua Gem Stage had a shortcut, and this one is no different. So, you know, you gotta get the right angle though. So this is not an easy shortcut. You'd be like doing that. Oh, I hit the lawn chair. But obviously you don't want to hit the lawn chair, and you kind of combine both routes, and then you'll be able to like go off this boost panel, or if you cut it really inside, you won't even have to go off the boost panel at all. So very, very cool, and we'll take the red ramp just for fun. And yeah, major upgrades to the track, both visually and with the layout as well. So good job, and we're gonna move on to the next track. Oh, here we go, Dark Matter Shrine. This was in the top 50 custom tracks earlier this year, and it has been visually updated. I don't know if the layout has changed, but it looks awesome. This was one that always deserved to be in CTGP, and I'm glad it's finally made it there. So I first of all, I love this intro sign right here. I mean, obviously nothing is going to beat the intro sign in Nintendo's N64 Mario, or Rainbow Road in Mario Kart 8, but this is pretty cool for how petite it is. Now, there was a shortcut right here. I remember you can go off right here and land on the giant beam. And I remember this part right here was a little bit sketchy, but as you can see, we have see-through road right now, so we can easily see where to go when we're diving downward, because if you can't see through it, it's really hard to even know where to go right there. So, little shortcut. You can go off that ramp and land on the fidget spinner, or you can skip it altogether and do what I just did. Oh no, I just fell off. But right here is a Koopa Cape-like section, you know? We gain a little bit of speed, I'm pretty sure, while we're on here. Or maybe not, I have really no idea. I'm not even sure if the speedometer changes on Koopa Cape when you go over the water sections to gain a little bit of speed. But yeah, if you hit this, you'll fly down, very awesome. It actually says you're going backwards for a moment. It's not actually correct when it says that. And yeah, the track is not too long of a layout at all. Oh, that was a mistake. So if you hit the pillar, it looks like it's GG. So I'll try it next lap. I'll try the shortcut next lap. But a giant green arrow also helps you out. Very nice, and it looks good with the track too. Sometimes the arrows are a little bit, you know, last second added in, and it's better than nothing. But it's always great when you see, you know, arrows organically fitting into the track with the theming and the overall feel of it. So, oh, Mega Mushroom. What place? We're 9th right now? These CPUs are too hot to handle. Oh, we should go up there. Or not. How did it not fall off there? That was crazy. Is this ramp anything special? You can get a pretty big trick off it. So I'll avoid it this time so you can see. So honestly, I don't even know what's faster. It might be faster to actually hit it and then fly downward. It probably is faster to hit it, which is really, really awesome. So let's not get hit by the bullet. Let's try this shortcut again. Oh, we got it. Oh, no, okay, so you want to stay on the bean. You want to stay on the bean and you want to ride that bean to the Rainbow Road afterwards. So, can you check off this? Nope. I mean, just look at that right there, that giant cage, the spiraling rainbow waterfall. Very fancy. There's actually 2 cages, I didn't even know that. Very, very cool. Okay, here we go, Comet Star Way. Now, apparently this course got updated. I have no idea what the updates were. I don't know if it was some visual stuff or if it was some, you know, respawn points. It could be anything, but we're gonna play it. We're gonna see what's going on. This is my first time seeing Comet Star Way as well. It already looks pretty snazzy. And let's see what to do. We'll probably just play one lap with this one because right now it looks relatively unchanged, but I just want to like see what's up, you know. And oh yeah, there was 2 different routes. I don't remember there being that little star waterfall going on. I do remember something to do is you go off. Oh no, I messed up. You can go off that early and then you get a trick and you can fly through the floor. That was always fun. And there's the shortcut over here, of course. Gonna do that. Pull some triple reds. Baby Mario is doomed. And this tube was always crazy. Oh, you can't go in circles anymore. I used to be able to go up and down it, and it was kind of wild. It's more like the Koopa Cape tube now. Okay. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's Comet Star Way. It's a decent track. And oh, you know what? This end section is different. I remember it used to be like mushrooms. It used to be crazy. I don't know if that got changed in this update. I haven't played this track in years. I honestly can't even remember the last time I played this course. So yeah, it's kind of fascinating to play it again. I wonder if you can get on the other side of that ring if you like the mushroom right here. I'm gonna try it real quick. I don't have a mushroom, but maybe if I get the right angle. Nope, that was a fail attempt. So now we're on GBA Mario Circuit Wii U edition. And this was also in the top 50 custom tracks, so you guys might have already seen this one before, but pretty much a perfect recreation. I really love how they have the characters on the sides. They got the Piantas and the Toads and stuff. I think Aqua Gem Stage at the beginning where you rent out the tubes, there should be some characters there. That's a perfect spot to put some characters. So Spy Kid, if you're watching this video, I think you should highly consider that. Gotta love how we have this little, you know, they have the stands. And it's elevated too, so they're like watching from up top. That's very realistic. And over here, this just looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of what they did with this course, both Nintendo and the creator, bringing it to Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, I love how this one's scaled. This one's scaled differently than the Switch/Wii U version. But yeah, you know what they did? Oh, whoa, that was weird. I did not expect to get that trick. So what they did is they actually made it very wide. It honestly feels like it's wider than the Wii U version of this course, but it also isn't like, we don't have these extra long, almost just like annoyingly long straightaways like some custom tracks have, where you're on a straightaway for like, you know, 3 luck wheelies and you're just waiting for the next turn. So yeah, there's not too much more to say about this one. I wonder if I can land on that rail. Oh no, it doesn't let you. Aha. That would be a cool little shortcut. You can cut the turn potentially shroomless. Actually, I don't know. You could land here and then jump off. That's not really too much of a shortcut. Never mind. But yeah, the only last thing to show you guys, I mean, there's lots of cool advertisements on the sides, and there is this ramp over here. And it's no longer a glider ramp, so I don't know how much purpose it has. But that's for you guys to test out. And shortcut? Nope. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I like to do that one trimless when I'm on a 200cc. You go right through the tires. Shortcut! Tropical Factory is a course that I actually had requested by lots of people when I was making my top 50 list, and the thing is, I record those videos before I even upload the first one, so I had a few people being like, is Tropical Factory going to be on the list? And I literally looked at this track after I made those 50 I recorded those 50 tracks, so I obviously didn't include it because I never even knew it existed, but I think this one would have definitely made the list. It just wasn't in CTGP until now, so I mean, I didn't even know it existed, but it's made by Sneaky and it's one of his earlier courses, so we're gonna get some mushrooms. I know there's some shortcuts on this one, but yeah, I mean, this one's crazy. This one's actually very difficult. That's my only complaint with it, is that I just don't like what the cars do, because like you go off this ramp and you always want to go off this too. Whoops. I had to do that because I wasn't going to make the turn. But you want to land up top, and that's like trickable crates, and you can trick on all those crates, and it'll actually it'll you know, allow you to cut one of the turns. You don't have to go around the crates. You can go on top of them instead. So wow, I am driving awfully today. Just ignore my driving. I'm trying to think of... Whoa! Dude, did you see that blue shell? That blue shell was just chilling. It didn't even want to hit the guy in first. I think it was going to go for me, but I fell off, so it didn't know what to do. That's funny. Alright, so more crates, and here we go. There's 2 different options where to go here. Lots of boost panels on the bottom, and see if we get a mushroom. Nope, red shell. But there's a ramp there. If you have a mushroom, you can create a cool little shortcut. If not, you have to go up top. And the shortcut allows you to cut this turn entirely. So you could actually go off that ramp and land over here. That's what I've seen people do, which is crazy. Now, this thing actually spins, which is awesome. I know the Bowser Castle DS has some moving platforms, and those function similar to that. Obviously, you know, it's you know, this is actually more like conveyor belts, side-to-side conveyor belts. But I love how you can actually trick off these two. That's very, very cool. So right here, you have two different options. You could take the super easy route down the middle, and it looks like there's actually a shortcut. Oh, no way. You can actually go off this side, use your mushrooms, and potentially cut off all that, it looks like. That's crazy. Or you can go this way through the main exit, go around the turn, and yeah, you're back to the beginning of the lap. So, track's awesome. It's got really cool theming. If I were to do anything different, I feel like there should be something between, this is a minor nitpick, but something between the road and the grass right here. I feel like just to make it feel like a little bit more of a racing track. Nintendo likes to add like red and white borders, stuff like that, just to give something between it, because yeah, I don't know, it just looks a little bit weird going from like straight road to grass everywhere on the part before the factory. So, but yeah, I mean, I love the idea of adding like a tropical theme to a factory. Those are two very different environments, and you're combining them. And here's the shortcut I was talking about earlier. You can trick off these, and I mean, I'm just failing everywhere. Don't even watch this video, guys. Just this is not an educational video. I'm like literally learning the tracks with you guys. It's hilarious. Yeah, no, this wall prevents you from creating an ultra shortcut. I was literally just looking for one. But there is a shortcut here. Hiya! Oh, nope, I'm off the edge. Okay, I got the bullet bill. I'm gonna see if I go off this ramp and use the bullet, what happens. No! It doesn't work! Oh, that's stupid. It should work. I am not impressed. But yeah, it's only two laps, so I'm gonna get, this race is gonna finish before I can probably do anything cool. Unfortunately, the CPUs are in a tight-knit pack. They're all beasts at this track. Meanwhile, I'm floundering in the back like Enmead. But yeah, overall, great track, Tropical Factory. Be sure to practice this one. I know some tracks you don't necessarily need to practice, but oh, you know what? Look at Mario. Mario's in the bottom right corner, and I was like, why didn't the race finish? But the race didn't finish because Mario's actually lost in the back. And oh, check this out. This closes on lap 2, so you can't do the shortcut. I was gonna show you guys the shortcut where you skip the entire grass route, but they actually close it up. It's bordered because it probably cuts off too much time, and they didn't want races being decided by one shortcut at the very end of a race. You can still use your mushroom here though, so that is where you can use it and finish the race. I got a whopping 11th place. Beast mode. Sunset Forest is one of the oldest custom tracks in CTGP. It's been there as long as I can remember, and it was always one of my favorites. Obviously, as time went on, it became visually really outdated, but now that has changed. It is the same track it used to be with all the visual updates, so I'm super happy to see it get updated. I was always afraid this course was going to get taken out of CTGP, and now I think it has a long life in CTGP. There are allowed to be like 218 courses in CTGP, so naturally some of your favorites are going to get taken out of time, but I think we have a long ways to go before it's going to be like really hard to remove tracks, because tracks are constantly improving, and I see it with 218 slots. And oh, fake item boxes bounce. I always forget that when I'm playing offline. But yeah, I think it'll be a long time before it becomes an issue with removing tracks, because, you know, with tracks constantly improving, there are courses that are 6 years old, 5 years old that are still in CTGP that are outdated, and, you know, I'm a little bit harsh, but I can easily take out 100 courses. Oh my gosh, I really just missed the Goomba. The Goomba is 50 times the size it normally is, and I missed it. And I normally can snipe Goombas no problem. No comment. Yeah, I'm off my game today, guys. But the big difference with this course is the mushrooms. The mushrooms are no longer 7 or 8 in a row with a kind of janky luck behind it, whether you can make it or not. And you can still do that little cut right there. You can still shroomba, however that may happen to you. there are some added shortcuts. I'm gonna get a couple mushrooms and show you guys the shortcuts that I've been talking about on this course. Hopefully we get lucky and we pull something. There we go. Let's go backwards. Let's get my mushroom from earlier, and let's do some shortcuts. So you can go this way, and then you can use a mushroom here, and then you can use another one, and bam! You can cut off much less. There's another part where you can just, like I entered and I cut off the full thing, but you can cut off only half of that and do it with just, I think, one mushroom. So, watch this. Oh, we got him. I've actually never done that before. Hit a Goomba with a bullet bill. I don't think I've ever done that. You know what? I probably have. I just don't remember. It's not something that happens very often, though. That's for sure. We're actually going to race the whole thing on this one, too, because this track's just so much fun. This is one of my favorites. Are there any spots in Nintendo courses where you can hit a boost panel, and then right after you hit the boost panel, you can cut off some off-road? Like, I can't think of anywhere where that actually happens, but it's very common in custom tracks. You guys know what I'm talking about? Nice. But yeah, this one's super fun. And if you ever get shocked on mushroom pads, it's always really nice because you're not actually losing that much time, because the way the mushroom pads function are relatively the same. You're not going to be going any slower while you're on them as opposed to when you're large. The big thing is obviously when you get shocked between mushroom pads, the respawn points are not very friendly. Alrighty, here we go. Bowser's Fiery Fortress. Now, it looks just like the Mario Kart 7 track. I can't complain. I'm so impressed with it. I have very few things to comment about that I would change. I'm actually not a huge fan of the layout on the course, but that's not the fault of the creator of this course. I actually just think Nintendo could have done a better job with it in Mario Kart 7. First thing is, I have a question for you guys, because I'm sure many of you have figured this out by now, who have been playing this track for the last couple weeks. Got him! Nice snipe. So, how, I mean, oh, you know what? I think I just answered my own question. Can I do this? You can! Okay! Because I was wondering how you land up here. There is literally no way to get onto these two routes, because the cannon just leads you straight past them. I kind of wish these two routes had a purpose. I don't think they do, though, so that's unfortunate, because it's a really cool track, and you know, you like to see the whole thing be getting used. And look at this, is a void right here. There's nothing going on. Yeah, they cut it off. So I mean, the creator seems like he made it just one route instead of two, because the glider mechanic obviously isn't in Mario Kart Wii. So that's unfortunate. I was hoping he'd find a way to utilize both routes. So here we go. You can go up here, land on top the giant revolving barrel, and you can actually still cut inside this fire pillar. Oh wow, I actually did that. However, it's really hard because then you're met with another fire pillar you have to dodge. I imagine that being more of a mock bike strategy. It only cuts off a little bit, but they do it in the Mario Kart 7 World Records. The water physics also help them pull it off because they're able to float a little bit longer in the air, so it makes it easier. Oh, almost died. That was close. So we're pretty far behind right now. We're catching up. And the only thing I would change about this course, besides trying to make both routes function, is that landing platform. That landing platform is really small. I would make it a lot larger. It's okay in Mario Kart 7 because that's a ramp into a glider, so you have lots of time to land on it. But in Mario Kart Wii, you can't even see where you're landing, and then you have to land on that tiny platform. It's just a lot to ask. So I would change that and make that larger. But yeah, otherwise it looks good. I mean, it's great. It's Mario Kart 7's Bowser Castle, and this track, you know, not one of my favorites, but I'm sure plenty of you guys are excited to see it in the pack. I mean, it looks awesome. Look at these molten giant rocks on the sides, and the lava flowing down the molten giant rocks. I mean, it's just like Groma Volcano. And obviously the tube up top from Spy Kids Aqua Gem Stage on the top left is impossible to get to. If you do find a way to get to that tube, be sure to post a video. Send me a video on Twitter. I bet maybe you could, like, you know, use the spear and you get a giant jump with like a golden mushroom. You can maybe hit that. So if you hit that, send me a video because I'd like to see someone try to hit that. Alright, we're gonna move on. The spider webs are also a nice touch on this course, and I love the green glow from the sides. It gives it a very ominous feel. You feel like you're somewhere evil. And yeah. Oh, look at that! I'm so glad we stayed an extra couple seconds. The shock is purple. Crazy. Kind of like what I was talking about with Tropical Factory, Desktop Dash is one you definitely want to practice. It also looks really cool from an aerial view. Oh man, that looks so awesome. Wow. I wish we can race like the whole track from like an aerial view. That would be an interesting feature. Actually, a lot of people wouldn't like that, but I think it'd be interesting. But yeah, this is one you definitely want to practice. There's a couple routes that you won't even know about unless you spend sufficient time on the course and learn all of what it has to offer. So those are boost panels. Make sure you hit them. They don't look like boost panels, but I assure you they are. No point on going up the side over there. Be sure to follow the posted notes. They tell you to turn right, and you're going to be met with two paths right after this boost panel. You don't even know that. However, you will know that if you watch this video. So you'll be able to cut that inside, and you will be met with a giant wall after you create the shortcut. So you really want to cut. You want to take it inside, then you want to take it wide, and then you can make that turn, unlike I did right there. I kind of floundered. So another shortcut you want to do is right here. You go off this thing. Come on, bullet. Okay, so you're supposed to go off this battery. I'll just show you next lap. That was a failure. I am not amazing at these tracks yet, as you can see. Some of these tracks will definitely require a Rate That Troy versus Custom Track video. And yeah, that's the other shortcut right there. I just was able to cut that gap. So, oh my god, that's Justin driving the car. Look at that. Bye-bye, Justin. Oh, and he landed. Nice. Justin's a beast. So yeah, we'll show the other routes now. But the layout, I mean, for some reason, I have a lot of trouble. Oh no, okay, I'm okay. I have a lot of trouble like memorizing it. The first few times I race the track, normally, I think it's because it's so confined, and it's just, there's a lot going on. You're always on you're always alert. You can't really. I'm gonna try to get this for you guys. There we go. Nice. Yeah, but it was hard for me to memorize this course when I first was playing it. So just be sure to practice it. That's all I gotta say about that. And then there we go. That is the normal route. I never take the normal route when I play this course. Let's go up here. Let's see what's up here. Is there nothing up here? That's kind of depressing. I thought there'd be at least like a star box or a bullet box or a shock box. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so Desktop Dash, everyone. Solid track. Very, very creative layout. Obviously, you gotta love how it's got, you know, it's got the Mario Kart Wii TV and all that shenanigans in the background. So now we're going to check out some of the newer additions from this latest update, June 21st. This is DK Ruins, aka DK Jungle in Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8. Now, I think it just has some visual updates, but the layout might have changed as well, so we're going to give it a shot. And it's very dark and ominous. Some light simmering through the treetops, making its way onto the track, dimly lighting it as we meander our way to the magnificent waterfall. Wow, waterfalls are everywhere. And there are normally those crab creatures. Forgive me for not knowing the name. I'm sure about 50 of you will comment what the name of those crab creatures are from the Donkey Kong series. So those guys are normally right there, but since they're not there, we makes that part relatively pretty easy. For this track, I'm still not a fan of some of those ramps, those ramps, especially the giant blue ramp shortcut. It gives you a very, I don't know, the trick it gives you is very underwhelming, I should say. If you don't even do a flip, you get much less trick boost than you normally would. So it looks like this one is more based off of the Mario Kart 7 version than the Mario Kart 8 version, with just the design of it. Mario Kart 8 1, they changed a couple things. I know there's a little bit of a gap right there on the end of the level. So yeah, the waterfalls look great though, and the Donkey Kong little hut on the left looks awesome. Other than that, very nice track. I love how they made this bridge wide. I was afraid they'd make it one of those like death bridges like DK Jungle Parkway, but that is not the case at all. GP Mario Beach also got entirely retextured. It looks fantastic now. I mean, look at this. And it functions better too. That red rail on the right no longer shoots you off the track like it used to. The beginning section where it has a downward slope, you actually stick to it now, even though you're going really fast, which is nice. And there are plenty of other tracks in this update that got some small updates to improve them, which I'm very thankful for. I know they're not as flashy as these new tracks, but tracks like Marble Towers, Caladay Desert, Boo Lake, Mario Circuit 1 all have notable updates. And we're not going to be showing them in this video because we're only showing the major updates, but But yeah, definitely check those ones out too. You can always go to the wiki page, and on the wiki page you can actually see the list of changes the courses have made to them. So, you know, they're often like respawn points, like item box additions, taking out invisible walls, certain glitches that, you know, make the track sketchy, they fix those. Like, there's tons of fixes that are made all the time. Sometimes the track lags at certain parts and they fix that. But yeah, just trying to make the tracks more polished and make the pack better overall. So even though sometimes these updates only give you like 2 or 3 new tracks, you get like 5 tracks that get updates, which means they'll be better to play in the future. So it's kind of like getting like 8 new tracks in a way. So I'm thankful for both. I think you know, it's good when you only get it's honestly not a bad thing when you only get a couple new tracks and you get mainly updates, because you can focus on mastering the couple tracks rather than sometimes you get overwhelmed and you get like 10 new tracks all at once, and it's kind of hard to practice all of them at the same time. So yeah, that's too fun. These CPUs are relentless with the red shells. It's almost like Mario Kart 8 over here. But yeah, this one's 7 laps, and as you can see, the red rail is no longer a hazard like it used to be. I used to avoid that red rail at all costs. You can even use a mushroom here, you won't fly off. Though it was kind of fun to get the air, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm totally okay with the changes they made. The track is 7 laps, and wasn't going fast enough to dodge the blue shell. If you are going fast enough, you can actually dodge the blue shell, but I was just getting my speed back, so you kind of got to be on a straightaway, going full speed while wheeling, and then you have a chance to dodge it. Cotton plant forest. Lots of cotton, I guess, in the air, and it's got a cool vibe to it so far. These giant fluffy trees everywhere, and if you look at the mini-map, it's nothing too crazy, so we'll see what it has to offer. This is my first time playing Cotton Plant Forest, so I'm going into this brand new, unlike the other ones where I at least played them all once or twice. So here we go. Oh, look at, there's some Cheep Cheeps chilling in the ocean. Can you go underwater? I have no idea, we're gonna find out. You can! Oh, this is awesome. Can you go around it? I don't think so. This is really interesting how they made it so you go underwater, but there doesn't seem to be a purpose. What happens if I use the bullet bill down here? The bullet bill gets stuck. Okay. I do love the Cheep Cheep though. That is hilarious. Imagine if like the Cheep Cheep... Oh, there's an item box that flies. I was literally just about to say they should put an item box down there. I want to get the item box. No, it broke. You guys should try to get the item box. Tell me what's in it. Seriously, go to Twitter and tell me what's on that item, or what's in the item box. And follow my Twitter. I'm gonna be posting a lot more on Twitter now, and like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually post certain clips from my videos that are memorable. When I release the I can't talk right now. When I release the video, so you guys can get a little bit of a sneak peek to what you're about to watch. And yeah, just gonna be more active on social media in general. I don't really like social media whatsoever. I avoid social media, but I do like Twitter. That's my favorite form of social media. So, oh, do you think I can catch up even though I'm a lap behind and beat these CPUs? I should try to do it. That'd be fun. There's some really cool crystals on the side. Overall, this track is very plain though, and I'm totally okay with it. I think it looks really nice even though it's plain. Not every track has to be insane in order for me to like it. Like, you know, not every track has to have the insanity of like a big auto or a sneaky course for it to be an interesting track. Some of the ones that are very plain function really well and they're fun to race, and that is honestly just as important as anything. So, huge fan of Cotton Plant Forest so far. I like everything I see about it. It looks like I'm not going to be able to make a comeback. I'm going to try not to get last though. Let's see if we can pull something. Oh, that's a perfect item. Nope! That's a pull. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes! 11th! We take those! Oh man, that was not pretty. But I was going for the item box, and I'm really curious what's in the item box. Like, right after I end this video, I'm gonna check what's in the item box. If you guys haven't heard about my staff ghost, be sure to check out my video in the description, or at the end of this video, I'll probably have a video on it. And it is my staff ghost. I am actually the expert staff ghost on Woohoo Mountain, so try to beat my time. It's 127.130 with the Mii Flame Runner, this exact combo. So, and then according to the leaderboards, like I think 25 people have beaten it so far, so huge congrats to you guys. Very impressive. But for now, we're gonna check out this course from a racing perspective online as opposed to what we were seeing it as earlier, which was the time trial side of it, and obviously it's a very different experience. You gotta love how they actually work. Passing a thundercloud actually works offline. If you're playing online, like it's a torturous experience. You pass it, it comes back to you. You pass it, it comes back to you. You throw your controller, the controller doesn't come back to you. It's dreadful. And yeah, we're in first with the Mega Mushroom. Very fun. Hopefully we can dodge a blue shell or something. Oh, look at that. There's an item box there. I wonder what item this gives. That is such a crazy placement. Okay, it's just a random item box. But still, that's like if you're really desperate, you have an option. You can actually go around this rock right here. I don't know if there's any purpose to that, but that's interesting. They should put an item box here. That would have made a lot more sense. Because I mean, this is off-road, so like I don't know. I feel like you should earn something for going way out of your way like that. Baby Peach! Jesus. 3 item boxes here. Okay. It's really important to memorize where item boxes are. That's the biggest thing, is like I will learn custom tracks, but I will forget where the item boxes are. So it makes it really hard for me to catch up because I don't know how to chain boxes. I don't know what's coming up. I don't know where the last set is on each level. So it obviously makes a huge difference. And there's nothing behind here, but there are item boxes on this ramp, which you normally want to avoid, but you know, you do want to take that ramp if you are trying to get an item box to catch up. So here we go. This is the other route. I did not show this route in the last video because this route is slower. Don't take this route, guys. Snipe. Oh! Got him. What a great way to end the video. I was like, ah, this isn't gonna work, because online, everyone's always a little bit further ahead than they look on your screen. Just a little bit. That's something to keep in mind whenever you're trying to snipe someone. Always throw it a little bit in front of them and when you're online. But CPUs, no. They're exactly where you think they are. That's why the LAN mode Mr. Bean added is so cool. You can play your friend non-split screen, 2 different TVs in the same room with no lag. Awesome. So that snipe would never have happened if that was online, but thanks to offline, we got him. Got him. All right. Guys, that is it for this video. If you want to see more DLC 2018 videos in the future like this one, let me know. Give this video a like. That's how you show your support. And plenty more in the future. Gonna make that giant update video talking about the future of this channel very soon. I have a couple more Road to 99 videos to upload before that, so sometime next week I'll roll that out. And yeah, guys, thank you for your support recently. It's been fantastic so far this summer. Things are really gonna get rolling in July, but I'm just trying to relax and not go too crazy right now in June after finishing college. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. As always, enjoy Funky Kong dancing, and peace.